What's up, React Native devs? My name is Vojta, and I'm the maintainer of React Native Document Picker. I recently released a new version of the package, and in this video I want to show you what is inside. Firstly, let me tell you something more about the work that I did, because it's actually a complete rewrite. Why? As I was looking at the issue tracker and discussions that people were having in the GitHub repository, I noticed that there were repeating patterns of problems that you developers were running into. So I really tried to learn a lesson from the problems and incorporate it into a better design. Also, the package has been around for a while. It's actually pretty old. And over the course of time, it has accumulated some technical debt, which I wanted to remove. Of course, I also wanted to add some missing features and fix some bugs along the way as well. Last but not least, I included a whole new functionality, a viewer module which allows you to preview files. The rewrite which I have mentioned, which by the way is using Swift on iOS and Kotlin on Android, is not only about code, it's also about documentation. So if you head over to reactnative-documents.github.io, you will see this new documentation site. Let's go look at some examples. In the import mode, what's going to happen is that you're giving the user the ability to pick a document or multiple documents, and your application is going to receive a copy of those documents. So you will receive your own copy of what the user has selected. If I press the first button, I'll be presented with this list of files that I have on my device. So you see there's a PDF, there's an image, there's a Word file, and a bunch of other things. I'm going to select the PDF in the top right. Immediately you see that I received some useful information about the file. At this point, what you might want to do is preview the file, so you can do that. Now let's do the same thing on Android. Again, I'm going to press this first button. I'm going to select the exact same file, but here you will see that the result is a little different. Let me describe it. So some parts are the same, like the type or the size, but the URI in this case is a content URI. The way you can think of content URI is that it's a link to some resource. But if you want to get the actual underlying PDF file, you need to do some extra work. The second step is using the keep local copy function, which is exported from the package, in order to reach out to the content URI, fetch the bytes, and store them into a file which is going to be available locally on your device. And so this is exactly what's happening here at the top. We see that there's a local URI field, which is pointing to a file URI. Next, let's have a look at limiting what types of files the user can select, because this is an extremely common scenario. The way to do it is that you provide this type parameter to the pick function. But how do you know what kind of value you want to provide in this array? Well, there are two ways. One, you can use the predefined file types, which are exported from the package, and they cover the most common file types that you may want to use. But sometimes you will want to specify a custom type, one which is not that common and which is not available in the predefined ones. And for that, there is the isKnownType function, which tells you whether the operating system recognizes the file extension, the MIME type, or the UT-type identifier. And if the operating system recognizes it, then you will be able to filter those types of files in the document picker. Here, if I check the value of PDF, I see that it is known to the operating system and I can use it to filter the files. If I enter some nonsense, it is not going to be recognized, so I cannot use it to filter the file types. You can enter anything you want, even more exotic file extensions that you may want to use. And so for XML, I see that it is a known type, and I get the information that I need in order to filter those files. Next up is the open mode, and open mode is different from import, because with open mode you're getting access directly to the file that the user has selected. Let's see the open mode in action. First, I'll show you the file that I'm going to be picking. It's this image, it's a picture of myself, and you see that there's this little blue line on the left. Now I have selected a file and I have stored a bookmark in order to access the same file later on. So I can kill the app, and let me go back to this file and make some changes to it. So I'm gonna draw some other stuff here, save it. Let me open up the document picker again. You see that I have the store bookmark. If I open the file, you see that I have actually opened the original file. Let me show you how the open mode works on Android as well. For that, I've prepared a little testing file. It's called pickerdemo.txt, and it just says hello React Native. Now what I will do is I'll go to the picker and select the file in the open mode. Now we can double check that I have actually picked the expected file, so we can preview it. Android is going to offer me a list of apps which can open txt files, so I'll pick one. and I see hello React Native. It's what we were expecting. Now I can kill this app and also the document picker. Let me go back here and make some changes to the file. Hello React Native 123 and save. Now, when I go to the document picker, remember we stored a bookmark. So when I now preview the file, I should see the updated version, and that's exactly what I'm getting. Underneath, it's still one and exactly the same file. So that was it. A quick overview of the features in the new document picker. Remember that there is more to the package, such as directory picker or virtual file support on Android. And if you scroll down here, there's a roadmap of the upcoming features. Thanks for watching. Thanks for your support. I very much appreciate it, and see you next time.